Let's get an update on your first alert weather and Brooke, keywords first alert.
That's right, because you need to plan ahead of time because, Brittany, now we're talking about hours before this event really gets underway.
Yes, hopefully everybody made their preparations yesterday. If you haven't done that yet, you're going to want to try and get them wrapped up around midday today. So what has changed since the last time you watched us yesterday morning, in case you didn't follow Aaron and Scott yesterday evening? We have been upgraded to a winter storm warning throughout North Texas because we are looking at slightly higher accumulations of ice and snow throughout the area. So when do these go into effect? At 3 o'clock today for our northwestern areas, including Bridgeport, Mineral Wells, Bowie, over into Graham. That's when you're going to see that winter storm warning runs in through 6 p.m. tomorrow. We're going into effect at 6 p.m. this evening for Dallas and Fort Worth, and then up towards McKinney, Denton, Kaufman, Cleburne, and Hillsborough. And then once again, that runs until 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And then heading into our far southeast areas, this doesn't go into effect until midnight because it's going to take a little bit longer for that cold air to move into your area, and a little longer for you to see that transition into frozen precipitation. So what we're tracking this morning is that Arctic front. It's already dropping temperatures throughout the area. We'll continue to see that trend until we're down to the 30s by this afternoon. Around lunchtime, we're starting to see that transition over to freezing rain in our northwestern areas. It'll start to stick for the evening commute in those spots, so it's going to start to get tricky out there on the roadways. You're definitely going to want to be in if you're in the northwest by dinner time. Around DFW, we'll see that rain to freezing rain starting around about 5 to 7 p.m. and then it will really start to stick closer to 10 to 11 p.m. and that's when our road conditions are really going downhill. But by Thursday morning, all areas will have transitioned over into ice and snow. So right now, we're looking at this Arctic front. Notice the significant temperature difference from east and west. So behind the front, 43 in Bridgeport, 46 in Mineral Wells, still in the mid to upper 50s out ahead of that front. The cold air is lagging a little bit further behind. So Wichita Falls now at 36 degrees, in Oklahoma City sitting at 30 degrees. By 11:30 tonight, that's when DFW seeing those temperatures at or just below freezing. That's when we're really going to start to see that precipitation sticking. But notice by that time, northwest areas are already down into the 20s, and then southeast areas are still above that freezing mark. That's why you're going to see less accumulation from any of this precipitation. Then we wake up Thursday morning and temperatures are in the teens and 20s with even colder wind chills. Right now, the precipitation, especially heavy winter precipitation, that's up towards Kansas and Oklahoma. For North Texas, we're waking up to rain showers because we're in the 40s and 50s. Some of that light rain around Denton, and then we're also seeing a band down towards Cleburne, Hillsborough, and Corsicana. So this is what we're looking at, that Arctic front bringing in those falling temperatures. Where you're seeing this pink line, that's the frozen line. So we are starting to see that transition for the evening commute, mainly in our northwest areas. And then by 10 o'clock, that's when we start to see the precipitation sticking in DFW. Transitioning over to snow, it's going to be very dangerous for travel conditions, especially early Thursday morning. We'll have that layer of ice and then that layer of snow on top of it, with the snow finally clearing out Thursday afternoon. As far as ice accumulations, we are looking at 1/4 of an inch up to 1/2 an inch around the Metroplex. The highest amounts are going to be up towards Sherman in the McKinney area, and then lesser amounts the further southeast you go because you guys are going to be a little bit warmer. Highest snowfall totals are going to be northwest, could be 2 to 5 inches. And then around Dallas-Fort Worth, we're looking at sleet and snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches by the time the system moves out. Once the precipitation is gone, then our focus is going to shift to that Arctic air that will still be in place. So we'll feel like the single digits all day Thursday, and then even wake up to wind chills to 5 below in some of our western areas. Anything that does melt a little bit on Friday, thanks to the sunshine and some spots getting above freezing, that's going to refreeze overnight. That's still going to make for some slick spots on Saturday morning.